Welcome to Candid Conversations, and I'm the official Tracy Ricks. We're going to talk about the side effects of not having a life in order, or basically a life that's out of balance. So I want you to first like my channel, then I want you to subscribe, and then click on that notification bell so that you can become notified when I upload my new videos. But yes, we're going to talk about the dangers and side effects of not having a life in order or being out of balance. And I know that you're probably like me, maybe you're not aware of it, but there were some years ago where I really did not have any idea of why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I just know that now that I became aware, I've been intentional about not living a life that's not balanced and just being all over the place. So I pray that this will help you, this video, and I would like for you to leave me a comment so that you can let me know that, hey, whether this is going to be a blessing for you or not. But first, let's talk about the side effects of my life being out of order and me not being balanced. It would create burnout. Now, when I talk about burnout, I'm talking about from long, prolonged periods of being stressed out. When we're stressed out in our life, eventually it will cause burnout. Now, I want to talk to women, specifically women. I know men have these issues too, but I want to talk to my sisters. A lot of times when we're running around and we're trying to be everything to everybody, you know, we become what? Stressed out. And a lot of times people say, oh, I'm just stressed out. Well, that's not a good thing because when we stay stressed out, it'll cause us to become burnout and that can take us out. Yes, it can to an early grave. So we don't want to just continue day in and day out being stressed out because we're all out of place and our life is not balanced. And when I talk about a balanced life, I'm talking about planning your days, prioritizing, also making you a priority. If we're doing everything for everybody, then I can almost assure you that you're not doing what you need to do for yourself. I've been there and I've done that. So burnout is a side effect of our life being out of balance, our life being out of order. Then it can cause resentment, with family and those around you. Because often, I know for myself, I was doing everything once again for my family. And not that they asked me to do it, but I was doing it. And then it started causing me to feel resentful when there were times where I would say things like, I do this for y'all and y'all can't do this for me. And I had to realize that they didn't force me to. I'll never forget my oldest daughter. She's just as sweet as she could be. But she said it with respect. One day I was having a tantrum about, oh, I'm doing all of this. And she said, Mommy, we don't ask you to do everything that you do for us. And she said it in a respectful way. But it was like I had an aha moment. I was like, she's right. But it causes resentment when we're doing everything for everybody and not ourselves. And then it can cause marriage problems. For those of you guys who are marriage, who have a marriage that's kind of going through some changes, right? Maybe your life is out of balance. You're saying yes to everybody else because you don't know how to say no to them. And then when it's time for your me time and your us's time with your mate, you're saying no, 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 no. I got a headache. I'm tired. Whatever the reasons might be why you guys can't fellowship. So when our life is out of order, it can cause marital problems. And maybe you're not married. Maybe you have a boo, a significant other in your life. And because you've been stressed out and now you're on burnout, and the side effects is that you just don't have the energy. You just don't have the motivation to fellowship with your significant other. And then it can affect our children. For those of you guys who are parents, it will affect our relationship with our kids when we're, out of balance with our life and we don't know how to prioritize, even making them and our time with them a priority. A lot of times parents, they're screaming at the kids. It's really not about, the trash that they didn't take out, but you're overwhelmed, you're frustrated, irritated, because your life is out of order. And then also it can abort destiny. A lot of you guys, there's a big assignment that God have for you, but because you don't understand balance, you don't prioritize your days and your time, then you're running around, working for the man. Pharaoh have you stressing out and just doing so much that you won't even make time to work towards the vision God showed you for your life. He wants you to have your own business, but a side effect is that you are aborting destiny. And the sad thing about it not bad, but the sad thing about it, and it could be bad, is that a lot of people that work for 40 or 50 years and get a gold-plated watch, and then the next day or next week or a couple of weeks later, they're gone on the glory. So you don't want that to be your case, right? Also, it just affects our overall health. And I'm going to talk about mental health first. When we're, all over the place, our life is not balanced. It affects us mentally. A lot of people, they're having issues with memory. It affects us as far as just, not having a healthy mindset. We're always negative because we're on burnout. I know me personally, when I'm tired, my mind have a tendency to try to roam, and I became aware of that. So you want to become aware so that you can become intentional, right, about turning the ship around, about making the necessary changes. And it also affects our physical health. A lot of heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, autoimmune diseases. A lot of these are side effects of people's life being out of order. They're stressed out, and it's causing burnout. So once again, I want you to become aware that you can do something about this. I know for me, when I was reading in the scriptures about Mary and Martha, it talked about how Martha was busy with many things, but when she went to Jesus to talk about her sister Mary, Jesus said she's doing those things that's to her advantage. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to become intentional about being more like Mary, doing those things that are to my advantage and not, allowing that Martha syndrome of being all over the place to keep me from living a balanced life. And once I became more balanced, and I'm not perfect, but I'm better than I was on yesterday. I'm getting better every day in every way. I'm being perfected. I realized that, now I can live freely and lightly. Jesus said, take our yoke, his yoke upon us, because his yoke is easy and his burdens are light. So one of those translations says he wanted to teach us the unforced rhythm of grace, how to live freely and lightly. So God's grace is able and power is to help us live freely and lightly. And if our life is out of order, we don't plan our days, we don't prioritize, then, it's going to cause some dangerous side effects. And once again, we're going to be burnt out from stressing out for so long, and it'll take us out. There's going to be resentment with family and others around us. You can cause marital problems, relationship problems. Children are going to be affected by this. Even if you don't have children, nieces and nephews, those around you will be seriously affected. Destiny can become aborted, and it affects our mental and our physical health if we are not intentional about living a balanced life and making us a priority. Learning how to say no. Also, if you have that personality type of being a perfectionist or, a high achiever and a pessimistic type of personality, always negative, these are personalities that are more prone to be stressed out, okay? And it's going to cause burnout, and once again, it can take us out. So I pray that this session was a blessing to you. Leave me a comment. Let me know, your thoughts about what I have discussed with you all on today. And also, I just want to encourage you to connect with me through social media, Instagram, Facebook. Also, subscribe to my channel. First, like it, then go ahead and subscribe to it, and then click on that notification bell so that you can become notified when I upload my new videos.